I am just like you. Regardless of who we are, where we come from, or what we believe, our little corners of the world have been turned upside down and inside out, pushed, pulled, twisted, turned, smashed, thrown down, and stepped all over from this coronavirus. As a senior in high school, my big memories were taken away from me before I could even make them. My final forensic season, prom, graduation. Was my last day of high school really a random Friday in March? Will I ever feel the exhilaration of being able to walk across the stage to receive my diploma? I felt hopeless and helpless. And it's okay for all of us to feel sad, frustrated, confused, and just plain angry. Whether you're a fellow Gen Zer, a millennial, Gen X, or baby boomer from our silent generation, or even our greatest generation, we're all weathering the same unprecedented storm together. Generation Z will never be the same again. Though we live on social media, we crave physical interaction from our peers. Our memory-making function is on hold while anxiety over the uncontrollable takes over. Our building up of our identities is succumbing to the tearing down of our sense of self and belonging in this world. People say that this is Generation Z's Great Depression or 9/11, but history will see this as our pandemic, the first worldwide crisis spread through the ease of global travel and local connectedness that can only be slowed by the lack of both. Our only cure to our loneliness is by remaining lonely. So as I sat at home dyeing my hair fun colors, because that's the only logical thing I could think to do, I realized that in a time when the only thing scarier than what we know is what we don't know, we need to focus on what we can control, our attitude, and our actions to make the most out of a very difficult situation. I know I'm one of the luckiest kids in the world. My family is healthy, my dad has a job, we have food and water just a few steps away, but I'm also just as lucky because I have the ability to be a change agent for good. For me, that means igniting a giant supernova of positivity in my community. One stunning effect of this virus is the clearing out of pollution around cities large and small as human activity declines. But what if this is just a physical manifestation of a sweeping change in our communities toward a more grateful and purposeful way of life? Imagine if that pollution is all of our bad habits, manners, thoughts, actions, and reactions, and this time in isolation and reflection washes it all away and ushers in a wave of friendliness, empathy, trust, honesty, and love. Bring the unity back into every community. So I began to think about the things we can all be doing to make the best of today and prepare us for maximum positive impact when the community resets. Each and every one of us has more power than we even know to ignite positivity. So begin the chain reaction at home and spread it around the world. To begin my positivity quest, I created and shared a list of all the little things that make me smile. From running through a field to seeing my cousins' smiling faces to the smell of the ocean. After roughly 52 days of quarantine, I now have over 1,000 items on the list, and I add and share more every single day. On one of Michigan's rare sunny days, my siblings and I collected and painted over 30 rocks with positive messages, encouraging people to seize the day, look up, be their own hero, and to smile. We placed these rocks all around the community so people could see them, share them, and maybe even paint their own. We painted our mailbox and chalked our driveway with positive messages for our neighbors to enjoy. And soon we traveled all over the community to let churches, nonprofits, schools, and hospitals know we love them, need them, and that they are strong, brave, and heroic in every way. My best friend Angela and I made a list of all the fun things we wanted to do once we can be reunited, like going to the lake, having a water balloon fight, going strawberry picking, shopping for our college dorms, and so many other things that we can look forward to. And I can promise you every item on that list will be checked off. Now, with teens craving any sort of entertainment they can get their hands on, we're often resorting to apps like TikTok and spending hours scrolling through videos. But there's so much negativity. So take 5 minutes and create a positive video that will brighten someone's day that could possibly be shared with millions of people. always broadcast love. These are just a few simple ways my family and I keep our own spirits up while also boosting others. These activities take just minutes to complete, but will continue to ignite positivity for days, weeks, and months to come. Try some. You never know how you might give someone a lift. During this time, I've learned more about myself than I ever have before. I hope my future self remembers every moment and every feeling during this time. I hope she remembers how much she missed little things like a friendly hug, a polite wave, and a warm smile. I hope she remembers me. Dear 30-year-old self, I hope you are proud of how we tried to inspire our community with love and positivity. I hope you still recognize the fear, anxiety, and sadness within me, but I hope that drives you to be a better human for yourself and others every single day. I hope you still recognize heroes, not as those who have it all, but as those who give it all. I hope you are breathing in the beauty of every single moment, never taking a single interaction for granted, empowering your loved ones and your community to reach higher and impact deeper. Using your voice to spread love, trust, gratitude, empathy, and positivity. But most importantly, inspiring everyone else to use their voices to do the same. I hope. And future self, I love you endlessly.